All right, hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash.
That's all praise to the Heavenly Father. His true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh. In Son's name, who the world entered called Jesus Christ, real name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. Also give a praise, honor, glory unto the Harakakadash, the Holy Spirit, which is the force and entity that makes this edification possible. I want to say Shalom to all you sincere-hearted Aki and Wa'akwa. That's you brothers and sisters make your bodies a living sacrifice on a daily basis in this wicked and adulterous generation. I also want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us truth and who rule well. And as you see the title of this lesson, all right, it's Bill, you know what? Invest $4.7 million for a cattle mask. And also we're going to touch into more water that has been polluted and stained by, you guessed it, you know, the self-proclaimed white man, Esau Edom. You know, this thing's going down out here, man. You know, but you got it, brother.
Hey, like you said, I'm going to bring out scripture.
Okay.
Hey, but we see Esau, he's basically putting everything like organized destruction of what we see here today and how life is going. He's going for a whole change in life itself. Like you say, is it a coincidence that we're seeing constantly more and more oil spills and chemical spills that's happening throughout the U.S.? Come on, I mean, when you see one or two, you know, say it happened this week, this happened next week, but every week one or two chemical spills that's happening, you gotta say it's been a month now. You gotta say, hey, it's gotta be something up with this. First it's like, okay, things like that happen. Then it happened a little more, you say, okay, it's just a coincidence. Then when you see it constantly happening and it's been over, like I said, a month, then you say, hold up, somebody's doing this. This is actually organized. So it's an agenda to everything that Esau do. If I can bring out a quick for you. This is Job 20 and verse 11. It says, his bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. You speak on it.
God, you read again?
God, this is Job 20 and 11. It says his bones are full of the sin of his youth.
Yeah, and who's that him or who's that he that is speaking about? The wicked, man. Esau, Edom, Malachi chapter 1 and 4, right? And it says the bones of his what?
His bones are full of the sin of his youth.
His bones are full of the sins of his youth. And when you go into the bones, what do you have in it? It's your marrow, which the marrow pretty much is the very essence and the makeup of who you are. You know, it's the frame. It makes up the framework. It creates the bone marrow. Actually creates the blood. You know, which is the life. So this man's whole existence, you know, of being. Yes, Salakia. So this man's whole existence, his makeup is wickedness, man, from the sins of his youth. You know, even before he did anything wrong, going back to the womb, the Lord created this man for this very purpose, pursuant to Proverbs 16 and 4. Now the Lord have created all things for himself, yea, even the wicked, for the day of evil. And we're ultimately coming to that time to where it's going to be all out, complete evil, man. And who's the driving force behind it? Esau Edom. And the Lord has put upon this man's spirit, pursuant to Proverbs 21 and 1, you know, hey, he has the green light, man. He has the green light to do all these wicked things that you see, such as you know, destroying the cattle, destroying massive amount of livestock, whether it may be in the form of juices, if you will, or buying out particular farmers, or polluting, you know, all the major water sources in America, you know, burning down all these food processing plants,
Right.
You know, putting the dragon juice inside of people's poultry, you know, polluting the food even more. The Lord has given this man the green light to do all these things, and this is the part of this man's his bones being full of the sins of his youth. You know, and for our people that continue to trust in this man, you know, and okay, maybe he may change. No, he can't change. We're reading out the scriptures. His whole makeup is to be wicked, man.
That's right.
You got it.
says back in Job 20:11, his bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust.
That's right. And that's where the Lord is going to bring him. And that's where the Lord is bringing him now, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1. Sit down in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, because there's no throne for thee. Because the Lord is pulling down this man's, system, and he thinks that, Esau thinks that he's just doing all these particular things, trying to, reset the economy, trying to reset, everything to push himself in what he calls a fourth industrial revolution. But this is the Lord making this man pull the plug on his own kingdom, man. Right. And he's looking crazy as hell doing it.
Yep.
Like, he's killing his own people. Like, he's destroying the waterways, man. Like, water is one of the most essential building blocks of life. H2O. That's a very vital element, man. Mm-hmm. That water is in everything. All the way from, of course, the water you drink, the water that the cattle, that you eat, that they drink. You use water for agriculture, for rain to make everything flood. So if the water's fucked up, everything that's living is gonna be fucked up, man. And you see that happening, cause you got until 11:59, what was it, a.m. tonight?
Yeah.
Until Tuesday, until tomorrow morning, to where the citizens of Pennsylvania.
I think it's tonight.
Tonight, okay, yeah. So tonight, man, and we're gonna go into it. We got an article, about I'm pretty sure you I've heard about factory, a factory or chemical plant, spilling, tons of chemicals inside the Delaware River. Right. So you got until tonight until, hey man, shit's about to get real up there in Philadelphia, well, all of Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. And I was looking at it, 50% of New York get their water from the Delaware River. So thirst and pain is prepared, for these prideful ass people pursuant to 2 Ezra 8 and 50. How many shall be, what was it? How's it go? 2 Ezra 8 and 50, it says, for their city shall be troubled because they have walked in great pride.
Hey, and like I said, now Esau, he understands where he's setting up, like I said, his own demolitions. He's in his final lap, all right? So it's just like a track, and he's on his final lap, so he's been run and give everything he got. And he's spilling, like I said, all this, he's contaminating all the waters, all right? Which was already contaminated because he put all the different plastics and everything, and the fish are dying. But now he's looking to do that within the waterways of what you drink. What you take a shower in, all right? Like I said, what you feed, give to your plants. All these things he's setting up to, and I like the minute he want to set up to come out and destroy everything, but he's gonna rise like the phoenix. Like I said, he's killing his own people just to get you niggas, basically. Mm-hmm. This is what he's doing. And who would want to destroy everything and then say everything is all good? That's why he's setting these bunkers and these space stations and everything, thinking he's finna get out of the turmoil that he's setting himself up in. That's why he's gonna fall into his own snare. He don't know, but the triumph of the wicked is short. Matter of fact, that's in the scripture what we were just reading, Job 20, around the 5th verse. So everything he's doing, he's setting up to fall in his own ditch that he's setting up for himself. And these things are coming very, very shortly. And you see, like I said, he's setting up, like I said, the Delaware River, mm-hmm. All right? The Mississippi River is like the central line that goes down in the middle of the U.S. Mm-hmm. He's destroying all these waterways, and what do you think is going to happen later on? He's going to say, okay, well, we got to give you the water. Mm-hmm. You're going to go to your enemy for the want of all things. He's trying to make that happen. He's trying to heap up everything and say, if you want anything, you got to come to me. Yeah. All right, so he's setting it up. It's getting to a point where it's going to be no way out but through the Spirit of through the Lord.
That's right. Yeah, something else.
I'll read verse 12. It says, Job 20 and 12, it says, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he be hid under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth.
Mm-hmm. And he's keeping his wickedness inside of him, man.
Yep.
No matter how sweet he packages it, on his media platforms or whatever, he's keeping it inside of his mouth. Like it says in Psalms 10th chapter, how mischief is under his tongue, It makes me think about the episode of SpongeBob where you had Flats, that one fish, he kept telling SpongeBob he ain't give him no pickles, but he had the pickles under his tongue the whole time. That's Esau, man. He keeps it within him, but yet lying and packaging it, to the masses as but he's lying, just like you had Joe Biden get behind the podium. When was that, about 2 weeks ago now? Telling everybody in the midst of all these major banks and smaller banks collapsing, oh, well, the banking systems are just fine. It's safe. Keep your money in. It's fine. This nigga just can't let the lies go. What is that? Jeremiah chapter, I'll grab this.
Don't worry.
Yeah. It's Jeremiah chapter 13 and verse 23. It says, can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? And the answer is no. It says, then may you also do good that are accustomed to do evil. That's right. And this man is accustomed to do evil. So just as the Ethiopian, can't change how black their skin are, and just as the leopards can't change the spots that's on them,
right.
Well, this man has been so accustomed from his youth, as we just got, he cannot change his wickedness, man. The Lord created this man to do what he's doing, and he's not going to change.
Yeah, he's rusty.
Yeah.
As it says in Sirach 12, you think he's all on him painting himself as being this mild-mannered guy, that he's a good spirit or a good soul upon the earth, but yet his rust hasn't altogether been wiped away. So when you basically take all that paint that he took over and painted himself over with, you're going to see that decay and that rust that he really is. He's still that man of sin. That's why in these times he's going to be revealed through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but he's going to reveal his own self. That's why you see these things. It's got to be to a point where even just the regular Joe Blow will be like, hold up now. All the water is fucked up. Excuse me, like all the water is damn.
Mm-hmm.
Who did all this? There you go, right in front of you.
Yep.
All right? We don't, Esau controls the narrative, which is the media. He controls everything you see about that, how life is ran. All right? That's why, like I said, what is that? The earth is translated from one kingdom to another. All that is, what is that, Sirach 10 and 8?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Through these lies and everything that's happening, he's got to be revealed for the Lord to say, okay, well, you see who it is, so he's going to translate the kingdom from one kingdom to another, to a righteous kingdom, because it can't last this way. You don't have no food, no water, because he's finna kill and mess up all the cows. He finna mess up the cattle, he already messing up the vegetables, no nutrients. What is left besides death if he continues running the earth?
Habakkuk 2 and 5, how he is as death and hell.
Yep.
And another thing to realize, well, as a matter of fact, you mind if we could go in the article?
Yeah.
About the Delaware River?
Yeah, I can write it right here.
Okay.
Gone. This is in the Inquirer.com. It says, Philly residents now advised tap water is safe through Monday night following chemical spill, officials say.
Yeah, through Monday night, meaning until Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta also watch this devil on how he words things, because he used the English language, this spelling as exactly that, to cast spells over the people, so they'll continue to be confused.
Yep.
That's a part of his witchcraft, is that deceptive ass tongue. But nonetheless, right? So these people, they're able to drink the water, their tap water until midnight tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's who knows how long it's going to be until they'll be able to start using tap water and using the water again to irrigate the crops, eat fish out of the river. Because you got another thing, bro, Delaware River, like that's a major waterway for seafood. Like it's so many things that affects bodies of waters, man, if it's corrupted.
Yep.
Farming, bathing your infants, bathing your babies, drinking, whatever, man. It's once again, it makes up life altogether. But the seafood as well, that's another thing. So, man, it's some tough times out here. Yeah. And it's about to, did a lesson earlier today, man. You know, times are about to change for everybody. It's no longer, you're no longer going to be able to sit in the comfort of your own home here in Babylon the Great and watch the news and see the other side of the world fucked up, and you just go back to work the next morning as if, you know, everything's cool and you forgot about what you just watched. Yeah. No, it's about to touch you too.
Outside your window.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And I'm just thinking, you just mentioned like the seafood that, you know, through the Delaware River. You don't think some of that contaminated seafood or fish is going to get out into the market? Yes. It's going to be messing people up. Back in the article, it says this. The city said tap water will remain safe to drink until at least 11:59 p.m. Monday. It says, after advising residents that they may want to switch to bottled water until Sunday afternoon following the chemical spill.
He said advising that you might want to do it.
Yeah, you might. No, stop. Don't do it. You might want to do it.
God's lucky. Yeah, that's the Rock the 10th chapter. How a wise judge will govern his people wisely, man. Mm-hmm. Like, no, bro. Like, if you know your people's in danger, just tell them straight up. Like, yeah, I fucked up. Don't drink the shit, man. I messed up. No, he's like, you might not want to drink it. You know, just go to Walmart. You know, maybe it's okay. You know, yeah, it's up to you.
See, this is he wants to switch, advise the residents that they may want to switch to bottled water Sunday afternoon following a chemical spill into the Delaware River tributary, setting off a buying spree that emptied the store shelves across the city. Yep. Philadelphia officials said the city's tap water would be safe to drink at least through Monday night.
Man. So it set off a buying spree. So what do you think is going to happen? When you're going to have a whole bunch of Jake and Eve and everybody. You know, bomb rushing the grocery stores.
Chaos.
Yeah, chaos, man. Just like that first lock dizzy. And everybody was bomb rushing these stores to go get some toilet tissue. You know? And then they also got a quota on how much you can get, how many bottles of water you can get. You can only get like 3 cases, I believe. You know, and you already know as time progresses, because we don't know there's no telling how long this thing may. It may be like this all the way until your Howard shot come back. Yeah. You know, very well easily can be, and Lord willing it is. But you know, who knows? They may reduce. Okay, well we know in times past we allowed y'all to get 3 cases of water. Now you can only get 1, and then eventually we already know, like it says in 2nd Ezra, what is that? 2nd Ezra, either 6 or 15. It speaks about how the sown places shall be unsown. So it's going to get to a point to where there's no bottles of water to drink. Then, you know, of course, your tap water is messed up, so what you going to drink?
Right.
You know? And that's when it's going to hit. Shit, man. I wasn't serving the Lord. Because the Lord says what? In Isaiah the 65th chapter, I'll grab that real quick. It's Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power. Behold, my servant shall eat, but you shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. So we're living in those times to where those that have been storing up righteousness, you know, collecting that heavenly treasure, that heavenly bank account, if you will, we're about to cash out, man. You see, because the Lord ain't a man that he should lie. He said in 2nd Ezra chapter 8, was that thirst prepared? You got that?
No, I was going to pull up that 2nd Ezra 15 that you quoted.
Okay, kind. Well, we going I'm just gonna quote it for now, but in 2nd Ezra the 8th chapter it says what? How thirst and pain is prepared for them.
You know what? I pulled up.
Okay, kind.
This 2nd Ezra is 8 and verse 59. It says, "For as the things aforesaid shall receive you, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. For it was not his will that men should come to naught."
That's right. He says, for thirst and pain are prepared. Meaning that the Lord, he had this already, you know, in his mind. And now we're in those times to where all the counsels of his mind is coming to pass. You know, so famine is here. You know, thirst, you know, times of great thirst. You know, you think you had cotton mouth at football practice.
Right.
No, everybody, Big Mama finna have cotton mouth. Everybody gonna have cotton mouth, man. You know, can't even spit, can't whistle. You know, like bro, cause you could go days without food, but you can't go days without water.
3 days. Stop.
3 days oh man. See? So we in some serious times, and you know, I'm gonna read this real quick on the internet. This is it says, why is the Delaware River so important? It says the Delaware River Basin provides water to 2 major U.S. cities, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and New York City. So not only is Philadelphia affected, right? Because they only got Philadelphia in the news, right? But New York City, right, is going to be affected.
Yep.
It says all of Philadelphia's water comes from the Delaware, and Schuylkill rivers, and roughly 50% of the water supply for New York City comes from the Delaware River Basin, even though New York City is not in the DRB. See? So even New York City is going to be affected by this.
Right.
And these people, hey man, they're going to bug out, man. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So we're in those times, man. Hey, we've been speaking about it. You know, starting with the apostles and elders and the brothers on down, been speaking about it for years. And we're in those times to where all these prophecies will come to pass, man. You know? You had something?
Well, I'm going to keep going on
Okay.
This is back in the article, The Inquirer. It says, the adversary which officials issue Sunday, the advisory which the officials issue Sunday morning out of an abundance of caution in response to the release of chemicals from a processing plant in Bucks County was updated later Sunday after officials said they found no contamination in the water taken earlier in the day at that city in Baxter Water Treatment Plant. So they were saying at first, okay, it's no worry, don't worry, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Keep drinking, keep going about your daily lives. Mm-hmm. This is and this just came out today, the 27th. So they were saying don't worry all the way up to, well, you got basically 24 hours to drink some water and then you got to buy some bottles.
Man.
It says back in the article, they give the city enough safe drinking water to at least through the 11:59 p.m. Monday, officials said, but the plant will not be taking in new water overnight, which will again have to be tested and to determine if safety.
Wow.
If it's safety.
And
it's safety, yeah.
God, and you also gotta think, because we know, hey, with that MOTB, you know, if you don't have that mark to the you know what, you're not gonna be able to buy their food. But hey, man, people, hey, this just another, you know, what do you call it, tool that Esau's gonna use, water, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you want to drink, just something just simple as getting a bottle of water, because you ain't had nothing to drink in about 3 days.
Yeah.
You thirsty, man. Bro, you know how many people are gonna take that C-hip, man?
Yeah. In this day and age, shit, going through the age, you have just people in general, they can't go 12 hours without trying to drink something or eat something.
Man.
You know, when we talk about like intermediate fast and things like that, some people can't wake up in the morning and have to have something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Even with food, I gotta eat some, or my sugar running low. You know, gotta drink something.
Man.
Hey, you won't be able to be drinking all the, you know, like you say, your water, your coffee, your teas. Mm-hmm. You know, hey, we like those things too. But the thing is, we are basically intermittent fast. You know what I'm saying? We fast. You know, we basically withdraw from certain things. You know, we have to afflict our spirits. You know, we have to go through certain afflictions. So we do that. You know what I'm saying? So for things that are to come. You know, and also you afflict your spirit. You know, to basically get closer to the Lord. You know, but do the people everyday people, do they go around doing that when you walk outside? No, because there's so much conveniency here, but all the conveniency is going to get cut off. Just like here now people trying to rush because they like, well, the conveniency might be out the door soon. Right. And we see that it's growing more and more.
Yeah, I got a quick scripture if you want it. Yeah, this is the book of Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 16 in the NLT version. Then he told me, son of man, I will make food very scarce in Jerusalem. It will be weighed out with great care and eaten fearfully. The water will be rationed out drop by drop.
Hey, and you seeing drop by drop. They remind me of Revelation, barley for a penny.
Oh
yeah. Hey, it's good drop by drop. You know, it's a little bit of a little bit. They're letting you know that it's gonna be scarce out here. It's gonna be scarce food, scarce water. You know, you have these other countries, you know, and these certain villages in other countries. They basically rejoice because it was this. It might have been a Moabite, but he said he went over to this country. I think it was in Africa or somewhere, and he was saying how he basically grown into like, damn, how over here is so much different because he lived in America. But what did he tell him? He was like, every time they go out, the men go out, they bring back some food or something like that, some meat, and they have a feast. They dance and they rejoice because it's not every day they get to do that.
Right.
So they took pleasure in every meal they received. Here is all fast food and conveniences, just like back in Rome. Yeah. Everything is abundance here. You know, I'll get up in the morning, go get me a breakfast taco in the morning.
A McGriddle.
A McGriddle. You know, sausage and a biscuit.
2 hash browns.
Yeah. I'm deciding to get 2 or 1. I might get that and save something for later.
Yeah.
But then I'm eat some lunch, breakfast. I mean, you get 3 to 4 meals a day here. Conveniency. But it's going to get to a point where you cannot have that conveniency is going to be out the door. You're going to be like, well, what's my next meal? You know, we're going to have a bottle of water and it's going to be 4 or 5 to a family. We're going to be drinking a little cup. We're going to pour in the top. Take a little sip. We don't know how long this is going to last. We don't know when we'll be able to get another bottle of water.
Because, don't think about, okay, well, I'm just going to wait until it rains and we're going to collect some rainwater. Nuh-uh. Because the rain going to be polluted.
Yep.
Because remember, because how's it rain? The rain by osmosis, you know, by the rain cycle, man. Pulls it up from the rivers, from any, water source. And all these water sources are polluted, So you can't drink the rain. You're still going to die. So the only way out is through Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, man.
There's no way around it.
No way around it. I'm going to finish out the scripture. That's cool. So going back to Ezekiel 4:16 in the NLT. Then he told me, son of man, I will make food very scarce in Jerusalem. It will be, and who's Jerusalem? Right? Because remember, Jerusalem is a people before it's a place, which is us so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. And this is going to trickle down into everyone. This is going to trickle down to the whole world. But in context, it's speaking about us, man, the Israelites. And this is the Lord really breaking the pride, starting with his own people as well as everyone else. You see? Because right now, everybody, is prideful as hell, boastful. Here we are in we're in World War III. We're on the verge of an economic, of a new economic order, which is going to bring holy hell upon the earth. But yet, you got niggas and nigga women still more prideful than ever, man.
Right. So
this is one of the many ways, might I add, that how the Lord is going to break the pride from these people, man. Because it's hard. I was going to it at camp the other day. It's hard to be prideful when you hungry. It's hard to be prideful when you cottonmouth, man. You see, when you ain't got nothing to drink and your blood sugar low. Hey, because you just look at the stats, man. It's damn near 60 million people in America alone. I believe it's 60 million. 60 million people in America alone that has diabetes. Is it 60 million? I wanna fact check myself. I don't want to tell y'all nothing false.
One thing too, these big bitches and these, screaming, what the hell? This world is almost through, bro.
Yep.
That's just strong words, when you curse. Hey, so if you don't like it, what the hell with you? But there's gonna be a lot of big bitches that they have to eat. These big niggas, they have to eat. Because if they don't, they go in a frenzy. And it's gonna get to a point when people are not eating. They call what they call it hangry. You mad and angry you mad and hungry at the same time. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of going around, people busting people in the head trying to take what's there. You might have a Snicker bar and they'll bust you in the head and take it. Yeah. These times are coming. We see that in the scriptures.
Hell, niggas kill. You gotta think. Niggas kill each other over Jordans. Right now.
Right.
When they got a refrigerator full of food. So if you killing Jago with a pair of shoes, bro, it's gonna be nothing to knock you off for a Snicker bar or a bottle of water.
Bro, Hurricane Katrina.
Oh, yeah.
It was a Jake that killed his, I think if I'm not mistaken, it was his brother over some damn water.
Man.
So just imagine when it ain't no water and food. And then, you know, and you can't go over to a next, someone can still go over to the next city or next state. It's gonna be like this all over.
Man. Yep. So here's the stats. It says, I just typed in, you know, what percentage of the U.S. population has diabetes? It says 34.2 million people, or 10.5% of the U.S. population, have diabetes. You know? So 37, bro, and there's no telling when that was put out. It's 2023, so you might as well say, you know, 35 million people.
Right.
You know, and you got people that have diabetes and don't even know that they have diabetes. And we all know if your blood sugar run low, you know, bro, you out of there. You're going to go into a diabetic coma.
Yep.
You're going to have something that they call ketoacidosis, you know, where, man, you pretty much bugging out, man. And you're going to go in diabetic coma, and eventually you're going to pass out, and then you're going to eventually die, man.
Yeah.
You know?
They start seeing spots and shit.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see number spots. I've heard that somebody that's diabetic get to a point where they, like, they're going in that stage, they start seeing different spots and shit. That means they about to pass out. If you passed out, you can't do nothing for yourself.
Yeah.
Most likely probably end up dying if you ain't got no help.
That's right. You know, so I just brought that out to show, like, this is just a quick, easy way for the Lord to break the pride from this place, man. You know? So I'm going to go back to Ezekiel 4:16. Then he told me, son of man, I will make food very scarce in Jerusalem. And I'm also add this, you know, as well, you know, that if you're a believer and you have diabetes, if you truly believe in Yahweh Shema Shai, hey, he can heal you. You know, you'll be fine. Just keep believing. You know, but we're bringing these things out, you know, for the fear of the Lord. As Scripture says, through the fear of the Lord, we persuade men, you know. So it says it will be weighed out with great care and eaten carefully. And because right now, people don't eat their food carefully. You know, right. You got a nigga, he get the biggest plate in Big Mama house, put all the rice on there, get the biggest ladle and put all the gravy on there, you know, and just scarf it down and, you know, got some little leftovers or whatever.
Right.
People don't eat this food with care and with reverence, not thanking Yahweh Shema Shah for it. But see, those days are about to quickly be done away with, man. So it says it will be weighed out and with great care eaten fearfully. The water will be rationed out drop by drop, and that's not a parable. That's true. Like, we're looking at what's about to come up on Philadelphia and particular residents of New York City tonight at midnight.
Right.
Like, this is about to start happening. You know, maybe the first 2 weeks, everything, like, it's going to be hell, but they're going to have their bottles of water. But eventually, guess what? Those bottles of water is going to run skimp. And then expect bottles of water in that region to shoot up to astronomical prices, man. Right now, maybe $3 or $4 for a bottle, for a case of water. But eventually, that $3 or $4 is gonna, because these stores they're gonna make money off of it. They're gonna shoot the price up to $8, $9, $10. So it says the water will be rationed out drop by drop, and the people will drink it with dismay, lacking food and water. People will look at one another in terror, and they will waste away under their punishment.
Like food and water.
True. So you're gonna shrivel up because hey, if you ain't got water, then your the dexterity and the what do you call it?
Your skin.
Yeah, your skin gonna start shriveling up, man.
Yeah. What is it called? The 3 layers of skin.
Yeah.
Shit,
But anyway, yeah, your skin you gonna look like an old grape. You know. So that's why the Lord said they're gonna waste away or pine away under their punishment. That's a part of that's judgment, man. What's happening up there in Philadelphia? What's happening up there in the Delaware River? Yes, Esau did it, but the Lord put the spirit upon Esau to do that for judgment, man.
Right. Yeah, your epidermis, your dermis, and your hypodermis. You know, so yeah, those will start shriveling up. I think your dermis is in the middle. You know, so in your hypodermis, that's like you say, more got like the fluid and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna start shriveling up from the inside out. And one thing about it, when you don't have no water in you, like I said, you sweat anyway. So if it's in the summer, that 3 days might not be 3 days. You know.
Man, yeah.
Now he's fucking up the. He's dealing with like people. Air and things, and you might have blackouts and certain things that's gonna start happening. So in the summer, especially like here in Texas, hey, you can have people that's gonna be passing out dying with no problem. You know, he went 2 days without water, and he didn't make it to the third day.
Right.
And Esau, this is actually organized. This is set up to kill off a bunch of people. He started off with that juice, you know what I'm saying, that he had people inserting in him. You know, like say in 2020. Now he's setting up for you not to receive any water. Okay, and look how far along the wickedness will happen. Even when the time when the Northern King was over here, all right, when Gad was here, you could drink out the brooks and different things. And then he got over here. And now look at today. Hell, you barely get, like you can't drink out the tap water. The shit tastes like BS.
Yeah. Chlorine. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It smells bad. Hey, the water be smelling bad. You can smell that water sometimes when you're running. Mm-hmm. This is how far he had got to destroying the earth.
You can see like the lime build up and calcium build up on your shower walls. Like why? Like I'm bathing in this. Why am I looking at my shower wall and part of that shit green from the water, and at the water head, at the spigot, you got like all that calcium build up. Yep. Like, bro, like what is this?
Damn, what they gonna do in Philadelphia with taking showers and things, taking baths? You can't drink the water. You don't want that shit on your body either. That shit gonna fuck your body up.
And Jake gonna take a chip to keep drinking and bathing in that crap, man.
You wanna trust that man.
And that's why Scripture says in Micah 2:10, rise ye and depart. This is not your rest. It is polluted, man. Yep. It is polluted. This place is polluted.
That's right.
Morally, politically, all, food wise, water wise, every way, anything you can think of is polluted.
Yeah, we'll get into that food too.
Okay, yeah. I got a quick one if you want. Okay. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39, and verse 26. The principal things, and principal means chief things, the main things. The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt.
All right, so that's the necessities. You said water?
Yep, water. Right. That's the first thing
it mentioned. It says you need water. You need water to replenish your body. You know what I'm saying? For like you say, you won't shrivel up like a prune. All right, you need water to basically provide nourishment for your food, such as your plants, such as your cows, your cattle, you know what I'm saying? So everything in this earth, survives off water. That's one of the main necessities. And look what Esau's doing right now. What was the next one?
Mm-hmm. Well, if I can also add, all these things that's about to name, except fire, I'm going to read it. It says, the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil and clothing. So all those things except fire, guess what? It got water in it.
Yeah. Hey, and that's one of the purification agents is water and fire. Whew. So he's destroying something that purifies something. He's contaminating a purification agent. Yeah. That's why the Lord is going to use fire to come through and destroy all, especially Babylon the Great, because he got to purify what he's contaminated. This man he's a plague. He's a contamination of the whole earth.
God. What's lucky about that?
Get into this article.
Oh, that's that bill. Okay, yeah.
Because it's getting to, like I say, we get into, destroying the water. And like I say, it's not just the water. We just mentioned, he's getting into everything that you need to, your building block of your body, water and food. This is technology.news.
Oh, technocracy.
Oh, technocracy, yes. Yeah. Technocracy.
Yeah, Elder Yashwamba had recommended, his brothers you know, to look at the website. They do put up real good articles, and it be true and factual. You know what they be going into. You know, they touch on, you know, topics, you know, that of course you're not gonna hear mainstream, but I mean they really go in on certain topics that even a lot of other certain, you know, backstage, you know, media outlets, you know, don't even cover. You know, what you got?
This is back in an article. It say the technocracy news and trends. Bill Gates, I'm gonna say BG. You know, he wants to say his name. Yeah. BG invests 4.7 million in data collecting faceware for life. Again, BG invests 4.7 million in data collection faceware for livestock.
Yeah. So you heard it correctly. You know, your boy Gates, you know, he collected he invested 4.7 million, you know, to pretty much put these face masks on cows, man. You know? And that goes to show you how much they truly think about, you know, the you people out there. You see? Cause just like they putting these face masks on these cows, they just did it to they enforced that upon the world just about a year or two ago, man. You know? But we're gonna go into the article to show, right, what his intents and plans are, you know, and his purposes for putting these AI masks on these cows, man. And not just cows, but you know, all these different beasts of the field. You know, like sheep and goats and, you know.
I'm gonna start this to your editor. It's in the blue before I jump to the main thing. At the top here it says, BG, you know, B. Gates, is the poster child for technocracy. He is also an avowed transhuman as well as a eugenicist. Do cows need face masks and monitoring? Hardly. Smart max data collections via 5G or Wi-Fi would put EMF radiation close to the brain. But this is not a consideration. Technocrats invent because they can. Not because.
So it says that these masks are gonna put what is that?
EMF radiation.
Yeah, radiation close to the brain, and we know what radiation is. All right, radiation causes what? It causes cancer. Like it's already enough. Like damn, people use microwaves.
Right.
It's already enough. We hold our cell phones to our ears damn near all day. Got it in our pockets and you know everything around you. You know you got Wi-Fi in around you. But now your meat gonna have radiation in it. Like, like bro, like this man, grab it. And it's Sirach the 10th chapter. I'm turning right to it.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. This man's a cancer of the earth. This is Sirach chapter 10 and verse 10. The physician, and who's the physician? Yahweh Shai. The physician cutteth off a long disease. And when you go into that word disease, right, this means to take away, and ease is comfort. Right? This man, he takes away comfort. That's exactly what a disease does. Right? It says the physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die. And this is why Yahweh Shai must come, and he will come, man. Because if Yahweh Shai don't cut this man off, who gonna do it, man? Because the earth has been given to his hand. Esau got all the power, man. You know?
Yeah.
Carnally dealing. Oh, Salaki.
No, I was just saying through unrighteous dealing. Things got by deceit, roughly paraphrasing. The kingdom's got to be translated from one to another. Back in this, it says, technocrats invent because they can, not because there is any demonstrated need to do so.
And I got that definition. Technocrat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go on.
It says technocracy, the government. And when you go to that word government, it means govern means to control, and mint is what your mentality, your mind. So the control of the mind or government or control of society or industry by an elite of technical experts. See, this man, he coins himself as an expert. You know, and the pride of this nigga, man. How you can't make yourself an expert.
Yeah.
You know, somebody else has to give you that title due to your years of integrity and nobility expertise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but this man makes himself an expert, you know, by putting DR before his name,
Right.
you know, or giving you some bullshit diploma, you know. But now the computer geek, you know, the Microsoft computer geek, now he's an expert,
Right.
telling people that, listen, these cows need to have face masks on, man, to convert their CO2 to non-harmful gas that's going to go into the atmosphere.
Bro, they set up you people to put on masks, you know, because of the you know, the C to the 1 to the 9, and now they finna put it on the animals. Man. You know, we gotta put these on animals now. You know, this man is bones are full of sin.
Man,
This man is full of wickedness.
Yeah.
Back in the article, it says the Bill and Melinda, the B and M Gates Foundation this month awarded a $4.8 million grant to a company that sells smart face masks for cows.
Smart face, man. Damn. I grabbed this real quick.
Yeah.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, and verse 10. It says, "A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel." See? The tender mercies of the wicked are cruel, man. So this man, he doesn't. Oh, you had it right there? Yeah. So this man, he doesn't regard the life of the beast, you know, as a righteous man does. You know? Because in our law, there's certain ways, like just because you're in rulership, I don't mean you can just treat the creation in any type of way, man.
That's right.
Hey, look at the first king and priest and ruler that the earth ever had. You know, Adam. You know, which we know to be Yahweh Shai. Adam, hey man, Adam, he had the responsibility over the beast, over the cattle of the field, man. He gave them their names, you know. He set them up. I mean, he made sure that all of them were everything was in order, man. Made sure that everything was functioning properly. You know, I remember when the brothers was talking to me last week or week before last. I didn't even know it, but hey, swine, you know, pigs, they're not even native to America, man.
No.
Was that you that was telling me that?
I knew that, but I know we was talking.
Kind.
So, but somebody else mentioned it though.
I think it was you or Benaya, but yeah, one of y'all said it, man. Like, you know, like pigs, they're not supposed to be over here in America. But see, Esau, because he's the wicked and he doesn't regard the life of the beast, you know, and true order and functionality of the planet Earth, you know, because if you have beasts out of the wrong area of the earth, they'll throw off the whole ecosystem in that area, man. You know. So hey, that's another reason. So this man, he's just fucking up life in and of itself in all shapes, forms, and ways, man.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Pigs are I don't know exactly where, but they're like out of. That's why I'm Europe. Like they're from the Europe area, within the land of Europe, a European animal that was brought over. You know. But that's where they came, you know, they wasn't originally here. And it's crazy because now they have an abundance of pigs where you can go and you can just shoot and kill however many pigs you want because it's certain places in the U.S. they're overran with a number of like wild boars and things like that.
Oh, down there in Louisiana where I'm from, man, you can just kill however many you want.
Yep. No time in the season.
Texas too, down here in Texas you can do it. I know over there by Terrell, Texas, you know, on the east end of Texas. A lot of, man, you be seeing hella pigs just like roadkill because, you know, cars and trucks would be running over because there's just so many of them.
An abundance of them. Yeah. Back in the article, it says the company that sells smart face masks for cows, all right, which stands for Zero Emission Livestock Project, claims its artificial intelligence mask technology for livestock will reduce methane emission.
So a technological mask, man, like damn, on cows.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab this shit real
You're gonna have the Bane of cows walking around, looking like Bane from Batman.
Man. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and verse I'm just gonna read this real quick. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and verse 6. And this is what the wicked and the ungodly is saying within themselves when you read the first verse. They say, "Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth." You know, that's what this man is doing. He's just using creation for his own purposes, man. And he's just destroying it in the meanwhile. Like, you got that video on YouTube. You can just type in "the man," and it just goes into how he, you know, it's like a cartoon figure, but it's representative of what Esau's doing. He's just, you know, going throughout the earth, just creating, using the planet Earth and draining the life out of it, man. You know, polluting it. So this is what we're reading in scriptures. It says, I'm gonna read it one more time. Wisdom of Solomon 2:6. "Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present." Hey, because don't think just because, you know, Esau's about to put a limit and eventually a total cap on, you know, poultry and any type of meat for the average U.S. citizen. That don't mean that he's gonna stop eating meat.
Right.
You know, they show you that in that one movie. Can't remember, but they're gonna continue to enjoy the good things that are present. And it says, "Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth." And these creatures, you know, all the creation is tired of Esau's ass, man. That's why scriptures in Isaiah 14 speaks about how, you know, it's gonna rejoice once he falls down. The tree's gonna rejoice, the whole planet, man.
This I want to do a quick one. This is Sirach 12 and verse 17. It says, "If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first." Hey, so when you see all these things happening, who is the main person you're gonna see standing there? It's gonna be Esau, the so-called white man. He's gonna be there first. Like they say with the mission, that's they trying to basically put these smart masks on these cows. Who is gonna be in the headline or right there in front, putting it on there, talking about it? Esau. He is basically wherever adversity comes. He got now adversity coming on to the animal. We know, like say, the marine life been beaching themselves and things like that. Now he was like, you know what, we finna get onto the land now and make sure we have adversity just constantly come upon our livestock. So he's gonna have mass. Now the animal will be able to breathe. Animals don't have no hands or opposable thumbs to take, you know, the mask off.
Right.
They're just gonna be sitting there suffering. Everywhere adversity is, you're gonna find them there first. You know, death and hell follow wherever he goes. That's why he's that red horse that it talks about in Revelation 6. You know, that's him. Going back into the Greeks, the Romans, and now they just revised right here, like you say now through their kingdom today. You know, so this is coming. It's getting to a point where you look at it and say, well, why is he doing that? What is all this time? Cows been upon the earth. Now it's a problem.
Man.
Now they shitting too much. They do too much. It's killing us.
They're burps.
They burp. Oh,
Yeah.
They burping too much.
He said that, you know.
Come on, bro. It says back into the article here. It says like you say, which stands for Zero Emission Livestock, claims the artificial intelligence mask for livestock will reduce methane emissions, considered to be a main greenhouse gas and curb climate change.
So he's going to starve out humanity. Yep. He's going to do all these particular, wicked enterprises on the earth, all under the name of, climate control. For a greener planet, man.
Right.
I'm gonna grab this in Psalms 50 and 11. It says, and this is the Lord speaking. He says, I'm gonna start at verse 10. "For every beast of the forest is mine, and the cattle upon 1,000 hills." So the Lord says, every beast of the forest is mine. And the Lord, Esau's messing with the Lord's creation, because although the Lord has given this man, this time to rule, Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. That doesn't mean he's gonna be let off scot-free for what he's doing to even the animals, man. So he says, every beast of the forest is mine, and the cattle upon 1,000 hills. I know all the fowls of the mountains, and the wild beasts of the field are mine. See? So Esau's doing this to the Lord's creation, man.
Yep.
And this is why these animals gonna be fucking them up too. teeth of wild beasts, and you know, because hey, everybody wants a piece of Esau.
Yep. Seals.
Yeah.
Seals out there tearing them Edomites up. They was out there on the beach. What was that, last week?
Man.
Attacking one, they pulled them off, and then they attacked another.
Man.
Hey, you don't see seals doing that. Hey, the animals are tired of this, man. That's why these wild beasts that be out in the wilderness, they starting to come more and more into the cities. Yeah. So back to the article here, it says cows and other ruminant animals emit methane in the process of digesting their food. And when you go into that ruminant animals, that's going into herbivores. You know, animals such as like cows, goats, moose, deer, all these different animals that produce, you know what I'm saying, are basically called ruminant animals. And he's basically, you think it's going to be just the cows that he's going to be going after? No, he's going to be going after the bison. All right, he's going to be going after the antelope, the elks. Everything that you could say, well, it's actually a clean food to eat, as it says, you know, that the Lord is deemed that's clean. He's looking like he's going to do something to it to keep you from receiving the Lord has made things plentiful for us to basically receive and eat. You know, technically you don't supposed to eat meat every day, but regardless, the Lord got it out there for us. You know, now, like I said, contaminated water. Now the fish is gonna be won't be able to eat the fish. Like you say, well, I go fishing around the woods. Well, the thing is, a lot of the water's gonna be contaminated. Well, I can go eat, you know, basically get a deer or a cow. But hell, now he's gonna put radiation in them. Now this be now if you eat, now you sick, you got cancer. You see how he's basically closing in on everything. He's closing on everything. You won't be able to receive anything outside of Esau's wants, you know, or Esau's will for you to have, unless you go to him, or it's gonna lead to death. Water, you gotta go to him. Your meat, you gotta go to him. You know what I'm saying? All these things, and we gotta do that now. But like I said, you won't be able to go hunting now. Because everything gonna be fucked up.
There's no way you're gonna be. He's trying to make it to where there's no way you could live off the grid.
Yep.
You know, he wants everybody locked on that grid, man.
Yep.
You know.
And that's all. This leads up to the MOT to the B. Yeah. All right, that's C Hill. All right, he wants small, great, rich, and poor, free and bun. Like I said, if you're off the grid, you gotta be there. You won't be on the grid. You gotta come to him. You gotta come and show yourself to receive something from him. It says, you got some?
Okay, I got a quick one. It's pretty much my last one. But this is Joel chapter 1 and verse 18. How do the beasts groan? Right? So Joel, you know, is pinning down a vision, man, of the beast groaning. You know, and we see why. Because the wicked is a root. Was that Proverbs chapter 29?
15.
Yeah, 20.
I was
God. You know, because the wicked is in rulership. I think it was Proverbs 29. Was it 29:2 or 28?
Oh yeah, righteous authority.
God.
And I want to read that and actually jump down on that a little bit too.
God. All right.
This is Proverbs 29 and verse 2. It say when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Yeah, the people and the cattle as well, as we're reading right here in Joel 1. The beasts are mourning, the beasts are groaning, you know, as well, because the wicked is in rulership, and that's the testament of it. Everything is in total distress, man. You know, but see, you know, you got people just trying to go through emotions right now, you know.
Right.
Just they want things to go back to normal, so they try to live like it's still normal, but they know that this shit is done, man. This place is finished. You know, and the animals are letting you know. Just like you had at the beginning of the year, or I think it was like the end of last year, you know, you had a lot of animal sightings of like sheep just roaming in circles.
Yeah.
You know, like, bro, the Lord is showing us through the beast. You know, that hey, something's about to happen, man. Something got to shake. What you got?
It said, I'm gonna jump to verse 4. It said, the king by judgment establishes the land, but he that receiveth gifts overthroweth it. Hey, and the king, like I say, who is the king of this world? It's Esau, all right? Because he's the wicked. And we know in Job, all right, it says the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. And he covered the faces of the judges thereof. So he's basically established as being ruler of the earth. And we know it was only two that was given to rule the whole earth. That was the descendants of Jacob and Esau. And Esau was going to rule with a sword. So he has established, he's the judge of this land right now. All right? But he is his management has been poor. It is very poor what he has been doing in the earth. So the earth has to receive new rulership and new management, because if it's a business, he's running it to the ground. He's going bankrupt. So the earth had to get new management, basically to rebuild the earth, to rebuild life. All right. So it got to be totally opposite of the rulership that Esau is doing, because Esau's rulership is death. So we need new management to receive and basically regenerate life. All right. No degenerate is gonna produce life. So Esau's a degenerate, so you need someone to regenerate life into this world again.
Right. That was it on that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna finish this out in Joel. This is Joel 1:18. How do the beasts groan? The herds of the cattle are perplexed, because they have no pasture. Yea, the flocks of sheep are made desolate. That's right, man. It says because there's no pasture. Esau is, slaying the animals. Putting these juices inside of them, or just straight up slaughtering them. Like what happened last summer. He said a massive heat wave just made thousands of cattle to drop, which it was his ass.
Right.
Or he's burning up, these particular farmlands, and the beasts of the field ain't got nothing to eat. And now you got to where they ain't got nothing to drink now. Everything's polluted. Mm-hmm. So the beasts of the field, the cattle, it says they're perplexed. So verse 20, I'm going to skip down to verse 20. The beasts of the field cried also unto thee. So the beasts of the field is crying out to Yahweh Shema Shah. Yeah. It's only the elect and the beasts of the field is crying out right now, man. Yeah. It says, for the rivers of waters are dried up. And you look at the Mississippi River, it's still at an all-time low. Mm-hmm. A historical all-time low. Till this day, the Mississippi River, that's a major artery for the United States, man.
Yep.
So he says, the beasts of the field cry also unto thee. The rivers of waters are dried up, and the fire have devoured the pastures of the wilderness.
Mm. Hey, when you look at California over the last 5, 6, 7 years, you've been seeing a lot of the wilderness being burned up. And when you think about these animals that's going to be going within the habitating with like say humans or with people, is because a lot of their basically living areas are being burned up. Mm. So that's another thing too. They finna start, and that's where they're gonna start mingling around more with people. And the Lord finna put the spirit on them to start devouring, like say the people. Yeah. Mainly like say with Esau. The Lord is gonna put that spirit on these animals to start attacking. They're gonna be attacking, dragging people off. Because it's on the right. Because like I say, they're gonna be deprived of food and stuff as well. Mm-hmm. So you gotta think about it. Human is easy prey for a lot of animals. Some animals can be fast. Humans ain't as fast as a lot of animals. Especially these big women or big men trying to get away. They don't work out. They just want to eat McDonald's and cheese steaks and Coca-Cola, Sprite, and just chill. Don't even think about it. They go walk by a gym and just look at it. Like, I'm gonna start next month. That's all they do. So these people will be easy prey for these different animals. God. All right, because everybody, like we talking about, the people's finna start needing water. They finna start running out of food. Hey, these animals are getting tortured as well by Esau. I got a quick one. Okay. This is Isaiah 24, verse 4. It says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. And the earth is mourning and fading away, because it's being destroyed every day, every single day. by at 11:59, you won't be able to drink the water because the rivers and the waters of the earth is basically fading away. Like you just went into the Mississippi River. Last time I went across the Mississippi River, hell, you look like probably some of the boats can't even go travel downstream. It was so low.
Wow.
You know, all these. Hey, the earth is mourning. All right. Verse 5 it says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws. All right, chained the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. And Esau have changed the laws and ordinances. All right, the Lord gave us this book of laws, statutes, and commandments. The way to run the earth righteously and run it like a well-oiled machine. Esau goes against everything in the books that's righteous and a way to live a flourishing life. We look at the food. I got something better. Let's make it genetically modified, and you can't replenish your food. Like I said, you can throw seeds down and probably come back a little later. You might see some starting to sprout and grow. You know, weeks within the next 2 to 3 weeks. Not now, because everything's seedless. You can't find no damn seedless grapes. Man. You might go to East, like these suburbs and areas and stuff where Esau live and may be able to find some, but you can't find no. You have seedless grapes, seedless oranges. You know, the bananas been artificial since what the 50s. So everything he set up, and that's another thing. You got to come in for the one of all things. Yeah. He make everything created where if you need it. I'll go back to the lab and bring it out like he's a music producer. Let's go back to the lab. Let's go back to the lab and I'll create some more and bring it out to you. Man. But I'm gonna fix it where you cannot create your own food. So he's destroying the food, the water, you know, and that leads to what? And those, like we mentioned, those are necessities. That's gonna lead to what? People dying. And now you inject the majority of you ignorant people with this Jesus juice, and it's gonna lead to some more death. Right. Hey, how are you gonna get out of this if you're not with the Lord? If you don't have Yahweh Shah on your side, hey, you're gonna be bound to perish. Lord willing, like I said, we have to constantly pray. You know what I'm saying? Watch and pray, because it gets to a point. Hey, how can you get out of this? All the walls are closing in. Like I say, everywhere you look, you see defile. All right, you see famine, you see pestilence. All right, you see riots. All right, wars and rumors of wars. The walls are closing in. It's a gross darkness that's constantly growing over the earth. How you gonna receive that light? It got to be through the Spirit of Yahweh Shai to cover you in these times that are coming. Ephesians 5, you know, because you got to look circumspect to see what's going on, because the days are evil. All right?
My last one. It's Joel 2:32. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be a deliverance, as the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua have said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. Right. So the elect of the nation of Israel that's going to be calling upon Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua in truth, you know, living their lives as a daily living sacrifice, man. That's the only way to make it out of this thing, man. Which none of us, we don't know who the elect is, you know, but hey, this is why we should be going harder and harder and harder, you know, in this truth, man, and really taking this more serious, because these things, like, we not just reciting, you know, and reading scriptures, you know, and reading articles to go along with it, like, because, you know, just for the heck of it. Like, this is like literally happening, man. Like, you go out and you look in the earth, like, dang, like, you actually see these things happening.
That's right.
But we have the answer to it, man. You know, the only answer to survive these things is through Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Shah's blood, man, being over you, covering over you, man. You know, so work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, right, and make your calling and election sure, and just hope. And that's how we're gonna be saved. Romans 8, you know, because You know, we was going into, you know, how these waters is polluted, you know, famine is ramping up, you know. But at the end of the day, even us, man, all we can do is just hope that the Lord have mercy upon us, you know. But you want to be confident in that hope. And the only way you build up that confidence is by doing the things that you know please the Lord.
That's right.
Like 1 John the 5th chapter says, man. But that's all I got. So yeah, man. Hey, so we hope you, Akim and Aqua, for edified. You know, until next time, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. We want to give double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone, DTA, Baba Kwame Sharala, Shalom.
Shalom.